Most people want to get rich. But almost nobody understands how getting rich actually works. They think it's about one big break. One great investment. One lucky moment that changes everything. It's not. Getting rich is a process. A specific, predictable process with 5 distinct stages. And the reason most people never build real wealth is simple: they skip stages. They jump ahead. They try to play stage 4 with a stage 1 mindset. And they wonder why nothing works. Here's what the wealthy figured out early. Every stage has its own rules. Its own priorities. Its own specific moves. And what works brilliantly at stage 2 can actually destroy your progress at stage 4. Today, we're walking through all 5 stages, one by one. And at every single stage, I'm going to show you exactly what the rich do differently from everyone else. This is the wealth roadmap most people never see. Let's build it together. Think of wealth building like climbing a mountain. Every climber starts at the bottom. The path goes through specific checkpoints. You can't skip from base camp to the summit, the mountain doesn't allow it. But here's what most people do. They see someone at the summit. They try to copy exactly what that person is doing right now, without realizing those moves only work at the summit level. They're using the wrong tools for the wrong stage. And they fail. Then they conclude that getting rich is impossible. It's not impossible. It's just sequential. Master each stage in order. Do what the rich actually do at each level. And the path becomes clear. Let's start at the very beginning. Stage 1, the foundation stage: survive and stabilize. Every wealthy person started here. No exceptions. Stage 1 is about one thing only: building financial stability from nothing. At this stage, most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Expenses eat income the moment it arrives. There's no buffer, no savings, and no breathing room. And here's what most people do at this stage. They try to invest. They try to start a side business. They try to jump to stage 3 or 4 because they saw a YouTube video about passive income. Here's what the rich did differently at stage 1. They did not try to get rich. They focused on getting stable. They tracked every dollar. They cut expenses aggressively, not permanently, but strategically. They built a starter emergency fund of $1,000. Then they pushed it to 3 months of expenses. They also did something most people skip entirely. They worked on income at the same time. Not investing. Not crypto. Not side hustles yet. They focused on making more money at their current job, better skills, more hours, a promotion, a higher paying position. Here's the aha moment: you cannot build wealth on a leaking foundation. Every dollar that goes toward fixing financial instability is worth 10 times more than a dollar invested before stability exists. The rich didn't feel embarrassed about starting here. They didn't rush through it. They treated stage 1 with complete seriousness, because they knew it was the only real foundation everything else could be built on. What the rich do differently at stage 1: they stabilize before they invest. They build income and emergency savings simultaneously. They treat the foundation as the most important stage, not the most embarrassing one. Large blue diamond stage 2, the elimination stage: kill the anchors. Once the foundation is stable, a new enemy appears. Debt. At stage 2, the wealthy make a move that most people delay for years, sometimes forever. They aggressively eliminate high-interest debt before doing almost anything else. Here's what most people do instead. They try to invest while carrying credit card debt at 20% interest. They save in accounts earning 2% while paying 20% elsewhere. The math works against them every single month, and they don't even realize it. Here's what the rich did differently at stage 2. They treated high-interest debt like a financial emergency. Because it is one. They used focused payoff strategies, either attacking the highest interest rate first to save the most money, or eliminating the smallest balance first to build momentum. Either way, the goal was the same. Eliminate the anchor as fast as possible. They also stopped creating new debt during this stage. No new credit cards. No financing for wants. No borrowing against the future to fund the present. Here's the aha moment: every dollar of high-interest debt you eliminate gives you a guaranteed return equal to that interest rate. Paying off a 22% credit card is a 22% guaranteed return, something no investment can reliably match. The wealthy understood this math clearly. They didn't see debt payoff as boring. They saw it as the highest return investment available to them at that stage. What the rich do differently at stage 2, they eliminate high-interest debt with urgency. They treat it as an investment with guaranteed returns. They stop the financial bleeding before trying to grow. Stage 3, the growth stage, make money work. This is the stage most people dream about. And it's the stage where the real wealth gap begins to form. At stage 3, the foundation is stable. The high-interest debt is gone. Now, for the first time, there's money available to actually invest. Here's what most people do at this stage. They get excited. They chase exciting investments. Hot stocks. Trending cryptocurrencies. Tips from friends and social media. They put money into things they don't understand because someone told them it was the next big thing. Here's what the rich do differently at stage 3. They invest consistently, automatically, and boringly. They max out tax-advantaged retirement accounts first. They invest in low-cost, diversified index funds that track the broad market. They automate contributions so investing happens without thinking or deciding. And then they wait. Patiently. For years. For decades. Here's the aha moment: the most powerful wealth-building tool at this stage isn't a hot stock pick, it's time. Compound growth rewards patience more than intelligence. A consistent, average return held for 30 years beats a brilliant but inconsistent strategy almost every single time. The wealthy also protect this stage from lifestyle inflation. Every income increase gets partially redirected to investments before it gets absorbed into spending. They raise their investment rate alongside their lifestyle, not instead of it. What the rich do differently at stage 3, they invest consistently in simple, diversified vehicles. They automate everything. They protect their investment rate from lifestyle creep. And they understand that boring, patient investing is the actual secret weapon of long-term wealth. Stage 4, the acceleration stage, build multiple engines. Something shifts at stage 4. Investments are growing. The foundation is rock solid. And a new opportunity appears, the ability to build multiple income streams. Here's what most people do when they reach this level. They relax. They feel like they've made it. They take their foot off the gas and enjoy the results of their hard work. Here's what the rich do differently at stage 4. They accelerate. Not by working harder, but by building new income engines that work without them. Rental income from real estate. Dividend income from a maturing stock portfolio. A business or side venture that generates revenue independently. Royalties from creative or intellectual work. At stage 4, the wealthy begin converting active income into passive income deliberately and strategically. Every new income stream reduces their dependence on any single source. Here's the aha moment: the wealthy don't feel secure when they have a lot of money. They feel secure when they have multiple income streams flowing simultaneously, so that losing any single one doesn't threaten their financial life. This is also the stage where networking pays enormous dividends. The wealthy at this level surround themselves with others who are building at the same level. Opportunities, partnerships, and knowledge flow through these networks in ways that accelerate growth dramatically. What the rich do differently at stage 4, they build income engines, not just accounts. They diversify income streams intentionally. They leverage their network to find new opportunities. Stage 5, the legacy stage, make it last forever. This is the stage most financial content never reaches. And it's the stage that separates people who were wealthy from families that stay wealthy for generations. At stage 5, the basic financial questions are answered. There's enough. More than enough. The question is no longer, how do I build wealth? The question becomes, how do I make this last, and mean something? Here's what most people imagine wealthy people do at this stage. Spend lavishly. Retire completely. Enjoy the fruits of decades of work. Here's what the rich actually do differently at stage 5. They build structures. Estate plans that protect assets and transfer them efficiently. Trusts that control how wealth reaches the next generation. Charitable foundations that align money with values and create meaningful impact. They also become intentional about wisdom transfer, not just wealth transfer. They teach their children and grandchildren the principles that built the wealth, not just the inheritance itself. Here's the aha moment. First-generation wealth built without a plan often disappears within 2 to 3 generations. The families that preserve wealth across generations do so through deliberate structures, financial education, and values-based decision-making, not just large balances. The wealthy at stage 5 understand that money without wisdom is temporary. Wisdom without money is limiting. But wisdom combined with money, passed intentionally to the next generation, that's a true legacy. What the rich do differently at stage 5, they build legal and financial structures. They transfer wisdom alongside wealth. They think in generations, not years. The big picture. Let's bring this all together. The 5 stages of wealth are foundation, elimination, growth, acceleration, and legacy. At every single stage, the wealthy make specific moves that most people miss, or skip entirely. They stabilize before they invest. They eliminate debt before they chase returns. They invest boringly and patiently. They build multiple income engines. And they protect their wealth with structures designed to last for generations. None of this is secret information. None of it requires luck or a head start. It requires knowing which stage you're actually in, and doing the right things at the right time. The biggest wealth mistake most people make isn't a bad investment. It's trying to play the wrong stage. Now you know all 5. And more importantly, you know exactly what to do at each one. So, which of the 5 stages are you in right now? Be honest with yourself. Because knowing your stage is the most valuable thing you can take from this video. You don't need to be at stage 5 to start. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to identify where you are, and take the right next step from that exact place. If this video gave you a clearer roadmap for building real wealth, subscribe. Every week we break down money, investing, and financial strategy in plain, honest English. No hype, no fluff, just real clarity. See you in the next one.